Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Inked Reader. Today I am filming in a special place just because I've been kicked out of the studio, basically. So I am gonna share this space with the Christmas tree just to show you a quick book haul and manga haul. I did put our order on Sci-Fi during Black Friday, and so the order arrived. And also I got basically around 6 books from a charity shop and a couple of books from actually Sci-Fi. I didn't know they were selling books, so I'm curious about their quality. So I thought about rounding up the year, just finishing the year with a quick, it's not massive at all, just a quick haul. And also I take this occasion to wish everybody Merry Christmas, or just, I hope you're enjoying the holiday season in general and getting a bit of rest. So yeah, I'm gonna start with the books I got from the charity shop, and then we're gonna open the Sci-Fi book box. I'm gonna show you the box if I can. So this is the box I got from Sapphire, so I'm gonna open it at the end. Yes, my hair are gonna get stuck in my Christmas tree constantly, but that is okay. I wanted to have the best light, and this corner near the window, it's the only place where actually I can get good lighting. I don't mind the mess in the background as well, because yeah, it's messy. So the first thing I did pick up from the charity book shop trip I did a few months back is The Great Hunt by Robert Jordan. This is book number 2 in the Wheel of Time. I have bought the first one, I believe, from Amazon, and I've not read it. So this epic, one of the most famous epic fantasy series in the world, to be fair, The Wheel of Time. So I found book number 2 in the charity shop, to be fair, for very good conditions. And at the time, because I had no idea if I love the series or if I don't, I thought for 50 cents it's worth a try. It's worth picking it up. It's quite in good condition. It does match the cover of the other one I have, although the spine is slightly has been well loved, this book. It was worth a try, and if I love the series, I still get to have a copy of the second book for very cheap. That it's pretty much in good conditions, so I won't complain. Then I did find The Appeal. This has like an amazing cover. Can you see it? I love the cover. Also, yes, sorry, I'm a bit noisy today, just moving around. I can't move this tree though, because if I move the tree, I know it's gonna collapse on me, so I'm not gonna do it. We're just gonna share for today. The Appeal is a murder mystery. It's a kind of a cozy mystery from my understanding, but a lot of people were so pleasantly surprised by this cozy mystery because no one basically saw the twist and who done it coming. And so it's basically about these newcomers that come to this small town, and their adjustment doesn't end up well because someone end up dying, and the murderer apparently is apprehended and put in prison, but investigating the case believe that this man is actually innocent and then someone else committed this murder. So it says 1 murder, 15 suspects, can you uncover the truth? Now I have heard that it's basically impossible to guess who's done it, but we will see. A challenge accepted. I'm gonna try, and I really hope I don't guess it right, because actually that's when I enjoy it the most, when I don't guess it until the very end. So yeah, it sounds very cozy and appealing, and it's in perfect conditions, to be fair, from a charity shop. So snatched that up immediately as soon as I saw it. Then I do have The House of the Spirits by Isabella Allende. Now this is a very beaten up copy, but it has the best cover of any Allende book I've ever seen thus far. I think it's, what is the publisher of these? There is a swan on it. There's also like a huge picture of the author. It's a black swan of the publisher. Look at this cover. Can you see the cover? It's such a stunning cover. I love it. And I think this is the 3rd book in this kind of family saga. I did read the first one. I own the second one, but the covers are just okay. And then just by coincidence I found the 3rd book in the charity shop with this cover, and I believe in the first book. Don't quote me on this because the synopsis is too vague for me to actually be sure, and it's been a few months since I've done that trip. But from my understanding, the first book is the one I've read in this trilogy, and it's basically the story of this woman. She is from Chile. She's adopted by an English family though that raised her to become a proper English woman, but she has other plans for herself. She falls in love with these men and local men, and he leaves for California with a gold rush, and he disappears. So she then decides to move to California to try and find her lost love, and when she's there she gets in love, adventures, and it's a family saga that does read like the story is being told to you, not shown. It does jump. I don't know if you've ever read a family saga where you know maybe months, years passes very quickly. There are dialogues, but they're not the main focus. It's like a very much storytelling. Someone is like sitting around the campfire and telling you the story of this woman. That it's the feeling that I had, but it was refreshing in that sense. It's not something that I would necessarily always want to read, but I like the writing, and I like sometimes to have both kind of storytelling. So yeah, continue on with these, and so happy with these actual cover. It's just so cool. The cover is so cool. Then I do have Cloud Atlas by David Mitchell. I have read historical fiction by him, I believe in 2022, and I was truly impressed by his writing and how engaged I was in a story that, despite being slow paced, it was just his writing combined to the world building. In this case it was just like historical fiction, so just the description of places and the way these characters really came through the pages made me care a lot. And so when I found Cloud Atlas, which is a movie I watched more than 10 years ago and didn't love, I had never thought I would pick this up, but because again it's David Mitchell, I decided that listen, I need to give a try to another book by him. And I don't know the synopsis of these. I remember that you kind of jump in time, and from the back it says that basically you start from the 19th century and then you go into a post-apocalyptic future and you follow 6 main characters. So I do believe that there are some sci-fi elements into this one. I remember vaguely from the movie again these kind of jumps, and I don't know if the book is gonna work because, again, the movie didn't work, but I am definitely curious to give it a try, and I don't mind this cover at all. And it is, again, in perfect conditions, considering that it's a charity shop finding. Another charity shop finding that I was so happy with is Hyperion by Dan Simmons. Now, if you've been here a couple of times before, you might have heard me saying that sci-fi, it's not my jam. However, I am now branching out more into it. I think I need to find the kind of sci-fi that works for me. For example, I do believe a sci-fi horror would work well because I do like everything that has to do with the horror genre, but I also like the Red Rising saga, not necessarily the first book, but I enjoy that kind of space opera. If it's not too scientific, basically, I enjoy it. And I've read a couple of other stuff here and there that I didn't end up actually minding. And Hyperion is kind of a classic when it comes down to sci-fi. I have no idea what the actual plot is about. And the synopsis from the back, it does sound scary to read because it's full of terms that I'm confused by. To be fair, I think this has a 30% chances to be up my alley and be okay for me, and the 70% chances to end up being the kind of sci-fi I don't love. But for 50 pence, and because again this is a classic and I really like the cover and the format of these books, I decided to give it a try and decide. I have a vague feeling that these might give me the same experience that Dune gave me, which Dune ended up becoming a 3.5 stars. I appreciated some aspects of it. I didn't mind reading it actually, but I didn't love it, or I didn't see, the huge appeal that other people did, because more of the religious aspect that he had and the pace. Yet I appreciated inside the book, and I honestly didn't mind going through it. I just didn't end up loving to pieces. It's not like the best thing I've ever read. So I really hope at least the Hyperion can give me the same thing, where I might not love it, but I still appreciate what it does. Let's see. And the last charity shop finding I have is Classic Tales of Horror. No, actually this isn't a charity shop finding. I am actually lying to you, and I apologize. It wasn't like a lie with bad purposes. I did find these at Costco when I went, and I grabbed it because it was very good price. Costco does have a section with books. It's just a table full of books stacked on it. But sometimes when you go, you do find gems like these. This does contain a bunch of horror short stories. And I picked these up around Halloween time, but didn't get around to reading these for Halloween. There are a couple of, there is a Edgar Allan Poe story. I've read it, so I'm not going to read it again probably, but maybe I can refresh my face. I can refresh my mind. Bram Stoker, short stories, Irving, Doyle, Hawthorne, James, Blackwood, Lovecraft. I read most of things by Lovecraft, but again, it's been almost 20 years now, so might refresh my mind. Polidori, Beers, Crawford, a bunch of basically short stories from authors that I might have read. They are longer stories or recollections by them, but not in a long time. There are some new authors I've never read from, and I'm actually really curious to read these. I think this is going to be like an awesome anthology to read during horror time. It is massive, and he has this kind of page that I love. It's like a leather-bound classic, contemporary classic. That is what it is. Okay, so now let's get to the Sapphire. Okay, I don't want to show you my address, so fair enough. So I'm gonna try and open it now. With Sapphire, mostly I know it because of its cheap comics. It's kind of, there are a couple of websites, but Sapphire is definitely the more economic one I have found. I did notice though a pattern where the volumes might have very small defects. So I don't know if that's why at the end of the day you get them for cheap, and if someone mind that and doesn't really want their volumes to have any issue whatsoever, maybe Sapphire is not the place to go necessarily if you don't mind spending slightly bit more. There are some websites that do sell manga for cheap, not that cheap, that they usually are without defects. Said that now and then I found Sapphire comics without defects, so it's not like 100% guaranteed that they will have a defect. But I did notice that 3/4 of the volumes I've acquired from them in the last 3 order I put with them, every order had at least some volumes with minor defects. It can be like really a mark on the spine, it can be something like a page is a bit messed up, whether I don't mind it necessarily, but I wouldn't maybe put up an order for like, I don't know, a special edition for Berserk, which I really care about, or, you know, my Hellboy special editions, because those ones, I do care for them to be perfect. All the rest, I don't mind. Sapphire has been amazing, has been great. They've been finding volumes that I couldn't find anywhere else for cheap, so not complaining at all. But this is my experience with them, and I want to be honest. Let's see this order. I also found out during Black Friday that they do sell books, and I am a bit scared about the defects that those might have. If I have any defect, I'm not saying that Sapphire sells defected items. I just know, as a coincidence maybe, this has happened to me. Look, they did put their sticker on. It's super cool. For the amount of money, you get a lot of stuff. So I'm not complaining. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. Clearly, I just want to give you an honest review. Sorry, I'm just trying to open the box. As you can see, I got these are my hair. I wanted longer hair for a very long time. I'm getting there, but now they get stuck everywhere. Under my armpits at sometimes, in the doors, on the Christmas tree, in the jumpers, in the coat. So here is what it looks like. I wanted to save this box, but clearly it's not happening now. Okay, this is what it looks like. Let me actually take them out. Of course, it's stuck in my hair, everything. I'm eating them. Oh, okay, I'm actually gonna take this out and then we can open it. So this is what it looks like. I did put 2 orders because they had like a lot of discounts during Black Friday, but cheaply enough you couldn't add them up. So in order to get the best price, I had to put 2 orders, pay the delivery twice, which is a bit annoying, but whatever. And the delivery for any Sapphire, I believe, is £1.99. So if you buy 1 volume or 100 volumes, you're still gonna pay £1.99 per order for the delivery. So let's open this up. Therefore, I believe that I might have to insert a clip with another, you know, the second order book with them, it looks like. Okay, sneak peek. We got so many bookmarks, so many. Feel the bookmarks because actually they're so cool. The bookmarks of Sapphire. Look at this. If it picks on. Got these. This is very much Guardian of the Galaxy. Oh, I love this one. Okay. This one. Kitty. Lot of kitties. And this one I already have from another order. This one's very sci-fi. They do sell a lot of fantasy, so not only sci-fi, but so I got a bunch of those. And oh, actually missed one. No, I missed way more. Oh, that's the same. Ooh, I love this one. Let me see it. This is cool. Did I get them all? I believe so. Okay, so let's see what's inside. I'm gonna try and collect volumes. So first of all, I do have book 7 in the Vinland Saga series. I'm not sure. I mean, I know that I'm in the second arc, but I don't know when the second arc finishes. I'm gonna show you some of the design. So Vinland Saga is this historical fiction manga about this boy being raised by the guy who killed his father, and he wants to grow strong enough to avenge his father, but then at the same time you got in the background the historical fiction element of, you know, the Viking expansion in England and Wales, and it's been amazing from the art, the characters, these kind of dynamics between, you know, growing up with your enemy and the enemy being extremely clever. But yeah, it has been absolutely stunning, Vinland Saga thus far. This volume seems alright, I believe. We will see inside, but yeah, I'm glad because Vinland Saga is a bit more expensive than usual. But yeah, continuing with Vinland Saga, I'm up to that point, but the volumes are so expensive, so I am taking more time with them. I do have also 3 volumes of Hell Paradise, so I am up now to volume 7 with these, out of 13. So let me show you in order. So I had to, oh, that's opposite. So I have volume 5. Let's look like. And then I've got volume 6. Oh, I love this cover. And volume 7. I love also this cover of Hell Paradise. This one looks in perfect condition, so Sapphire thus far is proving me wrong, unless there are some defects inside, which I can't see at the moment. But this is a grimdark fantasy series about this bunch of people that are technically to be executed, but they're given a choice to have their life spared if they can go to this island, magical island, and retrieve elixir to eternal life. Only thing with that is that no one has ever come back alive from this island. So you go there and the island's full of monsters and mysteries, and I've been loving it. I'm gonna show you maybe some of the art from volume 5, which might be the least spoilery if it makes sense, but just try not to read the dialogue if it makes sense. I would, this is a series that the viewers on my channel recommended, and I've been so grateful since then because I am absolutely adoring these. It looks stunning. I did purchase a couple more volumes a couple of months ago. I didn't show you those, but doesn't matter. We've got Hell Paradise here, and then of course I've purchased a bunch of Dora Dora volumes because I have in my possession already volume 14 and 15 for whatever reason, but then I had 9 and then 14 and 15, so I picked up 10, 12, so 10, 11, 12 and 13, and I'm going to show you these. This is the reason why I put the order on Sapphire, because I wanted to kind of continue on with Doradora. I didn't want to have too much of a gap because the story is pretty complex. So I'm going to show you, we got volume 10 of Doradora. You know I adore Doradora. If you've been here a while, I'm going to show you some of the art as well. I mean, this explains Doradora in a nutshell. It's humoristic, horrific, so cool, grim dark, potentially also in the genre of dystopian, I don't even know. And it's everything I ever wished for from a series. And after I finish these, I'm gonna watch the anime for sure, because this is too much of a cool story. And you follow Kaiman, this guy who is turned into this huge lizard. Kaiman, where he is, and he used to be human, and he's not anymore. He doesn't have any recollection of his past life as a human, and so he needs to find the dark sorcerer who transformed him into this monster. And in this world there are these dark sorcerers who are kind of elite, if you want to call them, of the society, and they use humans as their pawn to make experiments and create monsters and stuff like that. And it's a complex story. You follow a bunch of characters, but most of all, it's hilarious, it's genius, it's horrific, it's violent. I love it. I think it's a unique series. So yeah, collecting the rest of, not the rest, it's 23 volumes in total, but I've got a few there. Oh yeah, actually no, they did put the books in this order. So I'm going to show you the books at the end, just because we are talking about manga. And the books are just a couple of contribution series. So another couple of things I've got in here. I've got Day Dark from the same mangaka that did Doradora. So I've got Day Dark Volume 2. This is a sci-fi horror series. And you follow this guy who, his bones, who has magic bones. And basically if you consume his bones, you are granted your one wish, and a lot of people want to have a wish, so they want to kill him so they can consume him. And he's got this backpack that is transformed into a skeleton that is sentient, and it's his best friend. And it's just very, I mean, it's the style of the mangaka, it's there, you can see it between these two series, but it's its own unique thing, and it takes place in space, and there are a lot of violence and horror elements with a side of humoristic, hilarious, like absurd scenes. So look at this cover. I absolutely adore this. And again, these are in perfect conditions. So literally Sapphire, with this order you made me eat my own words, I think. No, actually, haha, I was kidding. Okay, so this one has a bit of markings here, but it's minimal thing, doesn't really matter. Day Dark. I'm so excited to continue on. I think I have like 6 volumes out thus far. The last manga in this is, I'm continuing with JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. This is volume 2 of part 2, Battle Tendency. The first volume was bizarre even to the standard of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, but it's JoJo's. I'm gonna read it. It's just, if I put aside any, idea of this being even remotely possible, realistic or whatever, it's just absurd. If I can put aside that and have kind of get in a state of mind where JoJo is a read for that moment, usually I enjoy it very much. So yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. And in the first book, you follow this guy whose adopted brother turns out to be a piece of shit. And they fight over this magical mask, and there is like very weird magic in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, and the magic was a bit of an issue in volume 1 because it was absolutely absurd, but also it is fun. It's a unique series for sure. Some people hate it, some people love it. It's a mixed bag for me, but I'm having fun. So the other 2 books I've got in the series, this order that I placed with them, they were a bit cheeky though, because they made me pay shipment for these 2 orders, so I did pay for the book separately, but they did put them all in one box. So technically I shouldn't have paid for 2 boxes and 2 shipments, because they were in 2 shipments and 2 boxes. Anyway, Sapphire, I see what you've done. So I've just got Finale by Stephanie Garber. This is the 3rd and last book in the Caraval series by her, and then I've got Kingdom of the Feared, which is the 3rd and final book in the series by Maniscalco. The first one is Kingdom of the wicked. Both are fantasy, YA, mostly romance. I need to finish the series. I did speak about synopsis of both in multiple TBRs. It's very famous as a series overall, so you don't need me to tell you. But yeah, the books, to be fair, are in almost, you see the corner here is a bit bent. This one is better, this one is perfect. But yeah, good quality overall for the price I paid. Absolutely can't complain. Sci-fi, pleasantly surprised. Sorry guys, inserting a clip at the end of the day, horrible lighting. I'll be very quick and I'm exhausted, it's been a long day. But I wanted to show you that Berserk volume 14 arrived. And so yeah, I'm gonna open it up. This contains only one or two volumes. I'm not even sure. Let's see if I can open it up. And then I got a package from Forbidden Planet during the I went to Forbidden Planet to buy Monstrous, which has not arrived yet. It's Monsters Volume 8. You'll see my wrap up. And then I saw that they had like a massive discount. I don't know if it was because of Black Friday. It was just one of our sales online, and so I purchased a couple of more things, like small things, like less known comics. But they intrigued me. And we got a massive poster. Hello, Casca. Got a poster. Sorry, the lighting in this. It's a weird. Oh, actually, it's weird because it's not the full actual poster. This is the full poster. Can you see? I don't want to spoil all the posters for people that might want to acquire it, but I'm just going to show you this one. I can't wait to read these. And these contains, let me see. I'll have a look. Okay, it's just 2 volumes. So actually this contains volume 40, 41 and the Berserk official guidebook. And I'll be reading these. By the end of December it's going to be my wrap up for sure. So I'm concluding Miura's Berserk, because I know that it's gonna continue on, but he's passed, unfortunately. So it's a bittersweet moment having these in my hands. And then I've got this package that arrived. That's just 3 things inside, just a couple of things. I am on a buying anything ban for many months after December, because I like to give a lot of gifts to people. But yeah, anyway, so let me see what's inside here. I've got The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which is a book I really loved. And I saw this for like £1. It's the art. And I've not read this book in more than 10 years now. So I think I'm gonna like revisiting these in a graphic novel format. I've been doing this for Anita Blake and really enjoyed it. And then I got The Girl Who Played with Fire. And I think there's another one out, which did I get it? Yeah, I don't even remember the last one. There's another series by an author that passed away. And I remember vaguely that this is a kind of a thriller book where you follow, in the first book is very like solving a crime about disappearance or like a serial killer sort of situation. But then your main protagonist, so the girl that really helps in the first book solving this case, turns out that she has her back history, her trauma from her childhood. It's very much intertwined with what's going on in the first book, and then the story becomes kind of her story in the second and third book. I know it's a very unhelpful synopsis. And then this is just I don't know why I did it, but I saw the title and I was obsessed with this series growing up. And so I bought Fringe, Tales from the Fringe. I don't know if it's a series or whatever it is. I don't think it's a very popular series, but it's Fringe, guys. The very popular sci-fi, the best sci-fi show ever. I was obsessed with this series, and when I saw this for £1 or £2, I was just like, I don't even care, it's gonna be messy and thrown in the middle of the story, but I kind of feel like I want to rewatch Fringe, so why not give the graphic novel a try. But yeah, go back to my other unboxing, the proper official one, because I'm filming these in I know, beginning of December, but I want to kind of post these at the end of the year just to say, you know, happy Christmas, happy holidays, happy time off, if you get any, and wish you a happy new year. I will post, you know, my favorite of the year around first days of January if I can. I don't know how my posting schedule is gonna go. I think you probably have seen my other video in which I was explaining what's happening this year, and so we will see, but I will use this occasion to, you know, again, wish you happy holidays. And I'll see you next year for sure in a few days. Let me know what you've bought recently, what it's, you know, if you got anything cool for Christmas, let me know. If you're new, I would love for you to subscribe. Usually I have my lovely bookshelves behind me. Thank you guys for watching. Take care of yourself and I'll see you next time. Ciao!